Rising homeowners insurance premiums, mortgage rates, and construction costs have created the perfect storm for new home construction. Home builders across Louisiana are competing for fewer customers, especially first-time homebuyers, as market forces upset the supply and demand. Home builders are warning of a housing crisis ahead. In Wagaman, a bedroom community in Jefferson Parish, new neighborhoods are under construction. The tough sell here and throughout Louisiana is not the selling price. It's the cost of ownership when factoring in homeowners insurance and in some cases flood insurance. The mortgage plus escrow is pricing many people, especially first-time homeowners, out of the market.
I think the general trend that you will see is that there is a slowdown in construction, and part of that is because of the costs and the affordability because of the increase in mortgage rates.
Dan Mills is the Chief Executive Officer of the Home Builders Association of Greater New Orleans.
We're having some challenges. The Home Builders Association is focused on the American dream, trying to get people into the homes. And affordability in our market has been a real challenge, compounded by significant issues with insurance, as well as supply chain issues in the wake of the pandemic. We're seeing fewer people move out of their homes, and thus we have less homes on the market available. So that confluence of aspects is suppressing an expansion in home development right now.
We got a 30% increase in cost in a year and a half.
30%?
30%. And the unfortunate thing is, once they get there, they very rarely come back down.
Randy Noel served as chairman of the National Association of Home Builders in 2018.
While we're building great new homes, resilient, withstand disasters for the area they're being built in, energy efficient, much more energy efficient than we've ever built before, lowering their utility bills, we still got half of America can't afford to buy one of those new homes.
Much less a first-time home buyer.
Well, and we used to build in America 800,000 houses a year for first-time home buyers back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. We're down to under 100,000. It's just that bad.
The housing crisis, fueled in part by rising insurance rates, is literally leaving people without shelter. Here's what's happening. So you are a first-time home buyer and you can't afford to purchase a new home. You rent. But rent is rising because insurance rates for multifamily housing is skyrocketing too, being passed on to the renter.
It is absolutely a housing crisis. I mean, we're going to have people living in cars, living with friends, living underneath bridges, unless we figure out how to fix this.
The Consumer Price Index from the Bureau of Labor Statistics for November 2023 shows that the shelter index increased 6.5% over last year. This year, Louisiana adopted more stringent building codes in an effort to curb rising homeowners' insurance rates and entice more insurance companies to write policies.
And those codes represent the most stringent building codes on the Gulf Coast today. So they address one of the major issues that came up during Ida, and that is preventing water inflow when shingles are removed from a roof.
A fortified roof that prevents water intrusion is now code on new home construction. Insurance companies provide a rate break for a home with a fortified roof. For existing homes, a grant program is available to help homeowners defray the cost of retrofitting their roof to fortified standards or code.
Roofs in the state of Louisiana don't last but 10 years. Even though there's a 30-year warranty on them, they degrade so fast in our climate that after 10 years, they're not strong enough to withstand the heavy winds we got in the storm.
The insurance companies are starting to send out letters to ask about the age of your roof because they know if your roof is more than 5 years old, it is not fortified. So you're going to have the option of fortifying it from the top side by replacing your roof. If your roof's only 3 to 5 years old, you probably don't want to do that. So it is possible to come from the underside, the attic side, with a special type of spray foam and seal again around every sheet of plywood.
Closed-cell polyurethane spray foam works to seal a roof from water intrusion and secure it up to the standards of the Fortified Roof Code.
I'm one of those certified fortified contractors with the grant program the Department of Insurance has. We're finding that is much less costly than taking the roof off and redoing it.
So if we can watertight that deck, we can prevent those damages and mitigate the costs to the insurers and make it more amicable for them to come back and do business in our state.
Homeowners have another tool to lower their insurance rates by hiring a qualified inspector to do a wind mitigation survey of the home.
If you brought your house up to the current building codes, you had a form with this inspector that you filled out, gave it to the insurance companies, and the insurance companies were mandated to give a discount out. That went in effect in '06, I think. And we had a lot of inspectors at the time, but it never really caught on.
There are programs that open the door to home ownership for first-time home buyers here in Wagaman. In this particular neighborhood, there's a program known as the Home Opportunity Mortgage. It offers 100% financing, no PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. It's not income-based, but it is zip code specific, and in this case, majority minority areas. Many home builders believe lowering home insurance rates goes a long way in making home ownership affordable while amping up demand for new home construction.
The houses are being built better, so they're not going to have as much damage that if you get a new home. The cost piece of it, I don't know what to do about that. Just pray to God that people's wages go up to catch up with it. And then the insurance piece of it, new homes are getting better rates right now than existing homes. But if they can't sell their existing home because of the insurance rates or because of the way they're built, they can't come buy my home.